Welcome back to the Achilles channel, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about the Charlie Rangel case. He was convicted, I believe it was yesterday, of 11 charges of ethics violations. 11 ethics violations. And he was convicted. 2 years ago, he set up a defense fund, to defend himself, because for some reason these rich politicians, these rich political class can't seem to come up with their own damn money to defend themselves. I mean, I just can't. Liberalism is such a mind-boggling disease. It's phenomenal to me. These people want everybody to believe that they care, but they care with other people's money. They're not willing to put forth their own money. Do you understand that? It's like they're the true greedy ones, holding on for dear life to their wealth while stealing yours and using the plight of the poor to do it. When in the reality, they're the ones keeping the poor down through their stifling growth policies. It's phenomenal. But I don't really want to get into liberalism today. What I want to talk about is the corruption in government. I am just overwhelmed with anxiety over what I'm hearing on all of the news stations, cable and mainstream. Everybody seems to be okay with Charlie Rangel getting a slap on the wrist for these ethics charges after all that we have been through in this country with corporate corruption in politics, and everybody suffering and losing their homes and their jobs, and our economy slipping into the abyss because of corruption. But yet here we have a case of corruption. And everybody is hunky-dory with letting this criminal remain in power. I mean, what is it going to take, people, to realize that when you see a crook, get rid of him. Arrest him, get rid of him, do what it takes to end the corruption. Nobody cares. Oh, what can you do? You can get rid of him. I've got a couple comments here. I'm sorry. I am just beside myself I'm beside myself. I can't believe that at this point in time in this nation's history that we are just going to turn a blind eye to obvious corruption. In your face corruption. Theft by a man who writes the codes that forces you to pay taxes, and he doesn't pay them. Do you understand the hypocrisy we are dealing with here? I want corrupt Republicans out. I want corrupt Democrats out. The left only wants Republicans out. They're corrupt, but are perfectly fine with keeping Charlie Rangel there, with keeping all corrupt Democrats in power. The hypocrisy is just, it's driving me crazy. Let me just put it that way. It's driving me crazy. I'm having an ongoing debate with a liberal friend of mine here, and I use the word friend loosely because we just seem to insult each other most of the time. Because she is a useful idiot, and I guess apparently I'm a racist and a bigot. But, and a honky. This last one, I'm a honky. I don't know if she's black. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I never have cared. That's why it strikes me odd to be called a racist and a bigot. Because, I'm not. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your, what color of your skin. Okay, so I asked her she asked me, this is the question she asked me. Why would simply removing the politicians solve anything? Dealing with corruption, corporate corruption and political corruption. I say get rid of the politician. Replace it with an honest broker, and then the corporation is powerless. Because they are powerless. Because they don't have a way now to push forth laws that enrich themselves. Remove the person who's implementing the laws. You don't go after the person paying the guy to implement the laws. You go after the person who's implementing the laws, the corrupt one. And arrest them if they offer you a bribe or something. I mean, it's just common sense here, people. So I said, you remove the corrupt politicians and replace them with honest brokers. It does not matter how much money you have. If the politician is not corrupt, then the special interests have no place to go to push forth their criminal designs. Term limits is something I believe would go a long way in keeping our representatives honest. More transparency and an end to backroom deals. Televised coverage, such as C-SPAN, is something I would like to see used in all government dealings with lobbyists. You want to give the corrupt politician a pass. Is that what passes for intelligent in the intellectual world? And then she comes back and she says, you know, first of all, I guess that was hostile. I was being hostile. I mean, I didn't even call her a useful idiot or anything. And she, I only asked you a question, honky. You know, you can't act as smart as you like by making your pitiful insults. I mean, was there an insult there? Did I call her a useful idiot? Let me look. No, I didn't. For once, I didn't. She is, but I didn't that time. So, next question from her. And try not to overreact this time. Who then gets to decide who is and who is not corrupt? How about the ethics committee? I mean, how about the ethics committee who convicted Charlie Rangol? How about them? Are they nobody? Should we not take them seriously? Then why are we spending all this money paying them to sit there and judge over somebody if what they come to the conclusion is ignored? Is ignored. Does anybody feel my plight here? I mean, feel my confusion and anger over these people? It's just absolutely phenomenal to me that accepting all of this corruption is somehow going to get us out of this. She says, censorship, they say the person that has to watch all the world's porn as to figure out what acceptable and what is not is the person most likely to become corrupt. And that one person is the one most likely to break the rules that he had set out to mandate. It's hard to read because she misses words here. Yet this is the pipe dream scenario you think will work. So basically, removing the politician, she feels as though, the corrupt politician and replacing them with an honest broker, she feels as though won't work, so don't even try doing anything. She comes up with no solution. She just says that my solution or my idea is just, it won't work, so don't even try. This is the mentality. Hey, man, you can't win the war on drugs, so give up. You can't win the war on terrorism, so give up. Do you understand what these people, it's just give up. Give up. They're not willing to fight. They just give up everything. She's not willing to take on corruption. She's not willing to. She's willing to accept it. And what has she just said right there? I'm willing to accept it in way more words. You know? You want to give the corrupt politician a pass. Show where I said or even inferred that. Right there. You just inferred that. That trying to have an oversight, like, I don't know, the ethics committee, is just, they get corrupt. Because just like the porn, the guy has to watch all the porn. He gets corrupt because he has to watch all the porn. The ethics committee must be corrupt as far as she's concerned. I mean, that's what I get out of that. She's saying that if you put people in place to watch over these people, that the people to watch over will be corrupt. Maybe. But here we've got a case where he is corrupt, Charlie Rangol. And where's he going? Back to work. God bless America.